Do you love to go walking and really love to be able to get your steps in each day? But sometimes the weather just is not conducive. And right now here in Georgia, it's already starting to get really steamy outside. So it's so helpful to have a really good indoor walking routine. Here's another step away the inches for you using our great T-Tapp technique. And you'll notice I do a lot of side to side on here. Yes, it's still full body, but a lot of side to side. Using T-Tapp technique, it's great for really tightening and toning the whole side of your body. Hi, I'm Renee McLaughlin, Master T-Tapp trainer, and I've got this great new walking workout just for you. So get ready. I don't do a big warm-up on this, so you might want to warm up beforehand, and then I'll meet you in the studio for a great step workout and a nice cool down at the end. Hopefully you guys are too. And taking that nice deep breath. Good. Let's just do a little side to side. Warm those hips up in that way. You ready? So it's just a step and step. Step. We can do our arms this way to the center. Good. Starting low. When I say low, like a short stance, not too wide. Of course, we already know toes forward, knee and toe. And let's go a little wider. Wider. So you're really doing a bigger step. Step, just warm it up in the hips. Step, step. Yes, very good. Step, step. Now make it a little smaller again. A little smaller. Beautiful. And then let's go to the walk again. So walk. And just setting it up again, checking that the feet are there, that your ball joint healing and not flat footing. So we've already warmed those feet up, so we can do that. Just thinking about the tail. It's a heavy tail. We're lifting the girls. Let's inhale, hunch those shoulders. Oh, squeeze there. We might as well do a nice pandiculation. Slow release down. Let it go and let those arms go. Palms to the center. Good. I'm dropping the chin a little bit. I find, especially here, because I'm looking, I lift my head back. And that gives me a little bit of neck tension. I'm going to come up. Now, we're going to do our one out, in, and out, and in. So pause. We'll do the first couple slow so the brain can connect. You ready? Pause the feet. Here we go. Out, in. Out, in. Let the rest of the body just kind of play with it. Out. So the shoulders will move. Just let them. Out, in. Out, in. I love this move. And what I find so interesting about it is that it really is seriously simple. And yet it takes the brain a while to get to it, doesn't it? So out, in. One more time. Good. Now out, and pause. Just go a little out. Beautiful. And now we're going to go into our hamstring curl. Let's bring the arms here and we'll press back. You ready? Here we go. Hamstring curl. Back and back, back and back. Think about fingers forward and really press so that you're feeling those palms and squeeze between the shoulder blades. Out, back. Good. So you really open up in the chest. Now, let's walk this forward. You ready? So forward and back, 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 back and forward and back, back and back. Just walk. Good. And when you're walking like this, it's really helpful to really straighten those legs all the way. And that will also help get some of that tension out of here. So good, you guys. Let's just walk forward now. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to touch. 1, 2, 3, touch. 1, 2, 3. Little tap on the ball joints. That little tap is really good for a little lymph. Boom. 1, 2, 3, and boom. 1, 2, 3. Give me a boom. 1, 2, 3. One more time this way. 1, 2, 3, and a boom. 1, 2, 3, and a boom. And walk. Good. Now, one of the things that we know is it's really important for us to be able to move forward, back, and side to side, even doing diagonals. So that's why I always try to do some of those each time when we're walking. So let's do a little bit of a curtsy. So go ahead and go back, just go back, center, back, center. And as you go back, you can even do a little bit of a stretch up that side. I like that with that. Good, so it's a back. Good. If you stretch that elbow out while that leg is back, you get that nice stretch on the hip flexor. I'm all about stretching those hip flexors. Good, and over, and over, and over. And the exhale comes there, so you can really get that good stretch out. Nice work. And go back to the walk. Good, so now that was a little bit of back. How about if we bring the leg forward? What could that look like? So how about over, over? So I like opposite, opposite. If you lean back, so feel the lean back. So now you're really using abs. Lean back and get a nice rotation with your upper body. Noticing that if you look to the side that front arm is going, you get a really nice, good. Now, just come straight up, straight up. So in other words, now you're not leaning back, but you're gonna flex the foot forward. Now to get that forward foot to touch, you've got to bend the back knee. Yeah, so that's how you do it. So you can either lean or come straight up, but bend the back. Good work. Nice, nice. One more time each side, then we're gonna walk again, and walk. Woo! Beautiful. Let's do a little with our hands now, the way that we kind of are used to. So stretching those fingers out. Let's do a couple finger fans here. Good, so you're stretching them in and all the way out. Finger fanning in, finger fanning out. One more time, finger in, finger out. Now we'll make our fists and fingers. Fists and fingers. Fists, reach out. Fists, you can even fan here, in and out. In and out. Two more like that. Then we're going to go to our chest. Good. Let's go to chest. You ready? Here we go. Take it out and pause for me. Really reach to the bottom of the palms. Good. Right here. Shoulder forward, pull it back. Go. Shoulder forward, pull it back. Two more just like that. Forward and back. And forward and back. Good work. Now out, pull in. Just pause here for a second. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Notice the difference. Just and bring the elbow out a little bit. And then pull the elbow in, chest up. Yeah, that's where we want to be. All right, here we go to the chest. It's out and in, out and in, and in. Tailbone still down. Give me 3 and back and 2. Then we're going to bring it up a little higher to face. Here we go after this one. Now to the face. Face, pull in. Face, pull in. Elbows are tight to the body. Face, pull in. 2 more. Now on this last one, here we go, up above and pause. Let's go into a nice big V. Good, and I'm gonna do jazz hands. I know you can't see the tops. So just into a nice W and an up, and that'll be our repetition. Here we go. So W, up, 2 more, W, up. Last one, and we're gonna pause it at the top. Here we go. Now we're gonna add on our all the way down. Stretch those fingers as you bring it all the way to your V. So W and up, straight arms down. Here we go. It's W and up, straight arms and up. W and up, down and up again. W and up, down. Really stretching those fingers. Thumb to pinky, all the way down and up. One more. Notice when the arms are above the head, how much that heart rate goes up. Let's go to face. Face and in, face and in, face and in. Last one on face, then we're going to go to chest. Here we go, it's chest and in, chest and in, chest and in. 2 more. Good, last one, and then we're just going to go to fists. Here we go, it's fists and in, fists and in. 2 more, fists and in. Last one, fists and in, and just shake it out and walk. So good. How about a little step tap? Let's go in. We'll do step, tap, step, tap. Let's do a little tricep. Step, tap. So you can even, when you step, think about taking the booty back and up. So it's almost like a squat and a kickback. Kickback with the arms. Elbows in, press and get that tricep work. And inhale, out. Good. Side and side. Stretch. Stretch the ribs. In, stretch those ribs. Yes, good work, you guys. All right, now I'm going to move myself. We'll go into our walk over. We're going to do 2 steps out, 2 steps back if you have room for it. All right, so simple enough. We're just going to do legs right now. Toes are forward. Just going to step, step, other way, step, step to the side, step to the side, step, and step again, just like that. Step, and step, and step, and step. Let's add some arms. Good, up and open. Little chest presses. Chest press. Chest press. Again, it's chest press. And chest press. Let's do it again. Back. One more set each way. Out, out, over, over. Just walk. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You're starting to get too tired. Just bring the legs down a little. Don't lift as high. Actually, what do you say if we stop for a sec, grab some water, and we come right back? You guys ready? So I know that your heart rate's up. Mine is. Woo, beautiful. And then we'll come back in. Or whatever, right? Who cares? It's just us, right? I'm with you, girl. I am so with you. All right, now I'm going to go diagonal. I love this one where we just do a step, we curl and crunch, we step, we kick those arms straight back tight. In, crunch, and pull it back. In, give me a crunch, and pull it back. In, pull that belly in. When you crunch, in, and back, in, and back. It feels good now to crunch, doesn't it? So you really lengthen that lower back. Last one, this side, and back, then walk to the center. We're going to set it up on the other side. You ready? Let's go. First one slow, in, and press it back. Curl it, and back. Pull that belly button in. Feel like you're scooping in that whole belly, and back, and press back tight with those arms, and in, and back, and in, and back. 2 more, and back. Last one, and back, then walk. Oh, so good. All right, now we're going to do another one on the back, like the curtsy lunge. So let's get the curtsy lunge movement first, and then we're going to add a little bit of a twist with the upper body. So you're just going to pause the feet, just do a step, and then over, step, other side, over, step, over. The key is that you want to shift your weight back, so you're not feeling it on that front knee. So I just like to kind of do a little bit of slow, so you get that sense. Good. Now, as you come over, pause, take that outside arm and do a little chop here. Little chop across the front leg, then come in, little squat. We can bring the arms here, and little squat, take that arm across and squat. Good, let's go. Over and a little squat. Over and a little squat. And squat. And over and squat. And take it over and in and over. And squat. Notice when you take that arm over, you get a nice stretch up that side, don't you? And center. And center. If you can stay low, do it, making sure that the knees aren't real forward, right? And in. One more time each side. And in. And over. And in. Straight and straight up. And let's walk again. Beautiful. Now, you know how we did the out, out, in, and we all went, oh, I hate that one. Well, we're going to do one very similar, but it's a V. Why? Because you're going to have your feet out, out, and then you're going to bring them back, back together. Let's just try. We'll do a first couple rather slow. Okay, you ready? So it's a front, front, back together. Front, front, back together. Front, front, take it back and together. Front, front, back together. Front, front, back together. That one somehow is a little easier, isn't it? Back, back, front, together, and out, 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 out. Can you switch it? If not, don't worry about it. Just catch up, keep moving out, out, in, out, in, out, out, in this is brain. This is your brain stuff. But it's nice because it gives you a little bit different move. So we're still going forward, then we're going back. We're going forward, then we're going back. You can even give me a little arm. Out, out, back, back, out, out, back, back, out, out, back, back, out, out. Took me a while. Out, out, back, back. Let's go the other way. Out, out, back, back, out. I got you, didn't I? Out, out, back, back. One more. Woo, and block. Oh, nice deep breath, calming it down. Calming it down. Beautiful. Let's go to the side. We're going to do another one of those two-step sides. Let's get the feet together. So we got that first. So it's a step, 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 step. One more time before we add the arms. We're going to add a little different arm. Ready? Okay, now I want you to think up, up, back, back. Good. And you can turn a little to the side and open in that chest. Open, open, switch, open the chest. Feel it in the back. Open and open. Woo! And open. Feel that lungs open. Get a deep breath. One more time each side. Open and open and open and open. Now just walk it. Get rid of all that. See, so when we move things around, we don't get quite as tight in those same places. Let's do, okay, you ready? We're going to bring the heart rate up again. One more time. We're going to do lat pulls. So you want to have your hands first, like in a little bit of a like fingers and thumb together. And let's just lift, lift, punch, lift. Straight up, straight up. Use the belly to lift. Think tailbone down as you go. Punch in, punch in. Now we're going to go right to poppet pulls. You're ready? Let's go. It's out. Punch, punch, and punch. Blow it out the mouth. One more time, lat pulls. Are you ready? Lats and lats. We can even move it up if you want. Then back and back and back. One more time, it's up, it's up. 2, 3, 4, and back, it's back. 2, 3, 4, puppet pulls. 1, up, 2, 3, 4. One more set, I prayer, and then we'll stop. Woo, shake it all out. Woo, but don't stop moving, just shake it. Shake those legs, shake the hands, shake the shoulders. Let's just do a good shake. Good work, you guys. There's just one more sequence that I really kind of want to play with, if you don't mind, and then I swear we're done. So play with me if you want, because this is really good for brain. I can't guarantee you I'm going to do it right, but this is what we're going to do. Do you guys remember from the old aerobics? We did grapevine. Do you remember grapevine? Grapevine looked like this. You're going to step. We're going to go back, step, together, step, back, step, together. Now, why did I want to do this one? Right now, we're doing grapevine with the leg going back. So first is step, back, step, together, step, back, step, together. Now pause. Now we're going to go forward. So it's forward, step, together, step. Bring this one forward in front, step, together, step, forward, step, together, step, forward. I should say front, right? Together. So one last time here. Now we're going to alternate. You ready? We're going to do backs first, out and back, then front. All right, let's just see if the brain can do it. Remember, you always do the step out first. I had to remember that or I was all screwed up. So let's go back first. Here we go. So it's step, back, step, together, step, back, step, together, front, step, front, step, together, step, see, and step, together, back, step, together, and step, back, step, together, front, step, together, and step, front. One more, set each way, step, back. I'm just playing with my arms. Don't just do whatever your arms want to do. Front, step, together, and step, front, step together, and walk. Just calm the energy down. Big inhale, and let it go. Beautiful work, you guys. Don't you just want a good hip flexor stretch? So if you happen to have your chair right there, or it's just something to hold on to, even if it's a wall, you might want to just grab on. Now, if you have a hard time grabbing your leg, you can always use a towel over it. But this is such a nice one. You can grab at the back here, toe knees together. Good. And once you're there, curl it under, pulling that as close to your tail as you can with the curl, and get that lovely stretch. We're going to do it in a kneel too. So if this is challenging for you, oh, that just feels so good. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to move my chair to the other side, grabbing on, bending, tucking. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Oh, just get that good stretch. All right, let's do that beautiful hip stretch. Of course, we're going to do somatics in a minute, but I love this one where you just get down in a kneeling position, making sure that your knee is right in the front, like coming to the front of that ankle, not to the heel. Notice it's a little bit different. I can go to heel. I'm just going to go to here to show. I can go back to heel, or I can go front of the foot, of the ankle, I guess I should say, where you would dorsiflex. Good. And now your weight is between the two. Beautiful. Now in this position, you're tilting under, keeping your shoulders right over your hips. So notice if you're not feeling a stretch here, you're probably coming an inch forward. Now you'll still feel it, but not in the same way. So you really want to have shoulder to hip. You'll know it's a feeling, and a tuck under. Woo, so good. All right, now we're going to take that front leg, and we're going to feel like we're pressing it gently to the center of the body. You can even use your hand there. And now you're going to try and think of this hip going towards this knee. So you're kind of pressing them towards each other. Isn't that just the best with a good tilt? Good. I love this. Good work. And then, you know what'll feel good? This isn't really part of it, but it'll still feel good. Put your hands on the ground, shift both hips back, flex the front foot. You can even go all the way down, or don't try if this doesn't work for you. Good. And then just switch the legs. Come up into the kneel. Bring this leg forward. So that knee is right over the front ankle. Tuck under. Oh, you can stay here for a few hours, right? So such a good hip flexor stretch, but we'll be really releasing the psoas in a minute. And then this leg kind of comes to the center point, and this hip, you're just kind of turning it in to meet this one. You probably can't even see it. It's almost just an intention, but boy, it will really get you there. And if you're not sure, the other thing you can do is just slightly shift forward, slightly shift back, and then you'll get right at that place where you're like, yeah, there for me. Nice work, you guys. Whoo. Excellent. And then you can just come here and maybe even sit back in child's pose. Now, the last two stretches that I love to do before and after, these are challenging, but I'm going to share anyway. This is called the toe stretch. So you have your feet here. You're tucking your toes under. See if you can think about pressing your heels in towards each other. And then you go to wherever you can. What does that mean? For some of us, just being here without a lot of pressure on those toes are more than you need. Then you can start to shift your tail back. And then if like, no, that's still good, I can still do more, you keep using your hands to move back. And then maybe you can even get to here where shoulder and hips, and you're just letting gravity take the course. I have to tell you, when I first did these, I couldn't stay here more than 2 seconds. I was like, OMG. But now I can stay here for a long time because I've really worked on stretching it. And what I do find for me anyway is my ankles, my heels want to go out away from each other. So if I press them in, now I feel a lot under that big toe ball joint. So you can stay here as long as you can, and then shift your weight forward, take the weight off, uncuff, and just do little taps on the ground on the tops of the feet. So that will get some of that tension out. Then you can have your toes, the tops of your feet there, so you're not curling. And then you shift your hips back, almost like into a child's pose. And then if that's okay, you can come up. You can come up just shoulder to hip. Now, if you want more stretch on the front of the foot and the shins, then shift back and see if you can lift the knees. These can be challenging on the knees, but it's so good at lengthening and really working on the top of the foot. So you control this though. Like you can be here with the upper body and maybe lift, and that might be enough. So you just find your place, not overstretching, and then you can just hang out here for a little while. This really makes a difference because when you think about those fascia lines, now you're hydrating all the way up the front lines of the body. So hope that helps. And I'm going to stop this one for now.